And we are recording. Action.
What's going on, gentlemen? How's everything going? Great. Well, let me tell you this. Let me introduce myself. My name is Joshua Saul, aka J Boogie, aka Mr. Take Your Girl. No, I'm joking. Let's see here. My name is Josh. Been a car salesman for the past couple years of my life. Just to give you a small background of who I am. Born and raised in the county of Dade. Shout out Dade County. Let's see here. Born and raised in the county of Dade, and kind of growing up and figuring life out like every particular individual on this planet. Figure life out as it happens. Ended up in the car business. I was working at a place in Sunny Isles Beach, Florida. Got introduced to my prior business, which I'm no longer in. However, retained so much knowledge that I like to share with the world, just to let everybody know how easy it is to actually be a salesman. Because the salesman is within us all. No matter how we look at it, we're all salesmen at the end of the day. So it's all about developing your skills, honing in on your skills, developing your skills to become a better salesperson in whatever predicament. You know what I mean? So let's see. I started working for Corey Shea at Central Florida Chrysler, which no longer is Central Florida Chrysler. When you work for the toughest guy who ever came out of the womb, you learn some things. You also learn to have tough skin as well. But worked my way up to becoming an internet manager for the past 3 years, managing over 20 to 25 salespeople, guaranteeing a 30, what was it, a 30? A 30?
$25-30 million.
Yeah, $25-30 million establishment, maintained a 35%, what was it, 35% closing ratio through the internet alone. Worked with my partner Parker, where, buddy, two young dudes under 20 years old, doing better than guys who've been in this business for years. Reason being, because we're in the midst of changing, of the business changing. Everything grows, everything changes. You can't have the old car guy mentality in today's society. So, me and my partner Parker, we were able to do great things in that business development center. Done some great deals, gone through a lot of different things when it came to working with certain people, and yeah, that's my story. What's up with you, Parker?
Well, that was a retail Chrysler store. Yeah. And we were the number one in the district. For what?
7 out of the 9 months we were there. 7 out of 9 months. In the previous year, I can honestly salute that to Parker, because the previous year we were probably number one maybe 4 or 5 times. Granted, the sales managers that were there, Don, Chad, Edgar, solid guys. Our owner, of course, Corey Shea, he was a retail. Oh, what do you used to say? The strongest retailer to come out the fucking womb.
Correct. He was the strongest retail salesman ever born.
Yep, ever born. Yeah. That's it. And respect the guy for it. He's worked his way up to get to where he is. But anyway, we're here to talk about internet sales.
Not Corey.
Not Corey. He's made his M's.
What's he worth now? A couple $100 million, something like that.
He's getting close to the 100 mil, but
it's a nice life.
Yeah, I salute him, man. He's doing what he does. Now it's our turn to be able to share the knowledge that he shared with us.
Well, I remember one time in a manager's meeting, he had shared with us that he didn't want anybody on his team that had to be there. He only wanted guys that wanted to be there and that were capable of starting their own business. He wanted guys on his management squad that could run their own companies effectively if they wanted to or if they chose to. However, they saw the value in his leadership and chose to stay there. And that's kind of the team that he had built. And so when you said the reason why we got to those the consistency in the number one spot, it's because he had put together that team. It's, you mentioned Don, Chad, Edgar. Chad had been there a long time, and Edgar been there a while, but Don and
that was more so new, but I'm just going off of the fresh faces, the faces that were there.
But he had the right guys together at the right time, and we were able to make it happen because of people and processes. Once we have the right people in place, you have to have the right processes.
Correct. Processes are everything. If you don't have a process in place, you'll never get to where you want to be. Processes are key.
And from
Key.
what I hear right now over there, they're having a lot of problems with the internet department. They're struggling, and it's largely, I'm sure, because the people left and because the processes are gone.
Yeah, because they're probably implementing their own new processes or whatever the case is. But hey, wish them the best of luck over there. You know what I mean? But I mean, I feel like we brought so much to the table that was unrecognized. A lot of people would say that, okay, internet managers just on the internet all day. No, we did way more than your average internet manager.
You got guys crashing in a light pole on the fourth floor.
Chasing down criminals.
Oh, yeah. Your occasional Mr. Steal Your car. And so,
the typical scammers out there. It is what it is.
The internet's a beautiful thing. So,
it's the one thing is, in today's society, everything is going towards the internet. You can practically do everything you want on this planet now through the internet. You don't have to go visit a store. Oh yeah, you can. Heck, I've even done deals where you just send out the paperwork. You never met the person a day in their life. They give you all the credibility.
Every day
they are who they are. Yeah, especially what was the car? The demons.
The demon.
The alphas, the demons.
The specialty cars, you'll get guys from out of state because they do their research, and that's
real car guys. Real car guys. And most car guys who generally buy those type of cars, they would storm, or they really wouldn't drive.
Especially with the demon, because it's going to increase in value.
In the next couple of years, it is.
It's an investment piece.
Those battles with those customers over the phone.
Yeah, for a $150,000 car.
Yeah. What was it? It was a $90,000 car, but the markup on it was absolutely worth it.
Yes.
And justifying that takes skill. It takes a lot of skill to justify a car being marked up to that amount. And what does that all boil down to? Product knowledge. If you don't know your product, you can't really sell it to anybody and build the value of it if they don't see the value of it. And that's in anything. In anything in society. If you can't build the value of it, it's never going to be sold, and you're never going to get what you feel like you deserve for that product.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, like right now, you're selling vacations, and so you have to present a value. You have to paint a value picture there to some degree. How would you say that's like?
Well, I'm new in the business. What I can say is, it's very similar to what we were doing prior. It's very, very similar to the point where it's like, it almost feels like, okay, I'm back in the car business. It really feels that way sometimes. However, certain perks of being in the car business you won't actually be able to utilize in selling vacations. So a lot of people say salespeople are the worst people. Believe it or not, people, we are regular people. You want to buy something, we would like to sell it. At the end of the day, it's all about negotiations. Come to a number and make a deal. We don't have to do the whole back and forths. My thing was when people coming into the business would, I don't want to do the back and forth. I don't want to do it either. I want to see somebody else to try to sell them something. The longer I'm with you, the less opportunity I have to see somebody else. So let's get it done. But of course, you got those customers who are out there who normally would read the How to Buy a Car 101, which there are some pretty good pointers in that book. I actually read it, and it's actually some good pointers on there. But it's just not something to where it actually works. You go in there, you know what you want, do your research. You don't need to come to a dealership to research. You can research everything you want online. Right on your cell phone. You don't need to go to a store. The only thing you need to go to the store for is to drive the car to make sure it drives the way you want it to. Make a deal. That's it. But with vacation homes, it's more so selling you're selling, how can I put this? You're selling packages to get somebody to understand the longevity of why vacationing is so important.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some people say, I don't need a vacation, but those people wouldn't live. Statistics, there's actually statistics out there that states if you don't vacation enough, you're cutting your life short. Because if you constantly grind, we all have that hustle as human beings to grind, to hustle, to want to do a little bit more for ourselves. However, we also deserve relaxation, rejuvenation, to be with your wife, to be with your kids, to see the world. You know, a lot of people in this world has not been able to see outside of where they are. And you know, you can't fault them. You know,
Unfortunate, yeah.
it's a very unfortunate situation. However, this is where the power of the internet gives you everything you actually need to know, because this world is ginormous. It's like I'm looking at certain packages that we offer, and I'm seeing things like I'm kind of sold on it, but I'm not sold on it because I don't know it 100%. But why not? We all deserve. We work so much. Why not take time to be with your family? Because one thing is, after we all take that very long nap, the only thing we'll all have of one another is everybody in this room is a memory. What will that memory be? Will it be that we sat in this office all day? Or will it be that we actually got to go to Art Basel? Or will it be that we actually got to go to, what is that called? Clubs, cigar bars, like we like to do. Certain things out there, although it's not actually vacationing, it's just time with your boys or whatnot, but it's very, I see the value of why vacations are very important now. Before I was that guy, I don't vacation, especially working for where we worked at. There was